Hello, my dear students. Today we talk about Unit 3, Lesson 2, Lunar Eclipse. In the previous lesson, we know that what's meant by solar eclipse. And in this lesson, we will know what's meant by lunar eclipse. Look at this picture, okay? When the Earth comes between Sun and Moon, when the Earth comes between the Sun and the Moon, and they are all on one straight line, so the Earth hides sunlight from the Moon. Earth hides sunlight from the Moon, and shadow of the Earth fall on the Moon, and shadow of the Earth fall on the Moon. This phenomenon is known as lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse means moonlight eclipse or moon eclipse or hidden moonlight or disappear. Okay? So, Sun, Earth and Moon on one straight line with the moon, with the Earth in the middle. Okay? So, lunar eclipse means it is a phenomenon occur when Sun, Moon and Earth on one straight line with the Earth in the middle. Okay? So, in the lunar eclipse, Earth in the middle. Okay. The phenomenon of lunar eclipse occur in the middle of lunar month. The phenomenon of lunar eclipse occur in the middle of lunar month when moon is a full moon at rate of 2 lunar eclipse per year or twice lunar eclipse per year. Okay, so the phenomenon of lunar eclipse occur in the middle of lunar month at rate 2 lunar eclipse per year. Second, we talk about types of lunar eclipse. Types of lunar eclipse. There are two types of lunar eclipse, which are total lunar eclipse and partial lunar eclipse. Total lunar eclipse, it occurs when the whole moon, all moon, enter the shadow area of Earth. When the whole moon in the umbra area. Can you remember what's meant by umbra? Umbra means shadow area. When the moon enter the shadow area or umbra area, all the moon in the shadow area, the total lunar eclipse is occurs or happen. Okay? While when the part of the moon enters the shadow area, part of the moon enters the shadow area of the Earth, while the other part in the semi-shaded area, this occur partial lunar eclipse. So partial lunar eclipse, it occurs when a part of a moon enter the shadow area of Earth. Okay? So, when the moon or whole moon in the shadow area of the Earth, this occurs by total lunar eclipse, while when a part of the moon in the shadow area of the Earth, this occurs partial lunar eclipse. Okay? There are some information or notes about lunar eclipse. In the beginning of total lunar eclipse, the color of moon tend to be red, like this in picture. Color of moon tend to be red. Why? Because atmosphere doesn't absorb infrared rays coming from sun. sun emit rays called infrared rays. These rays have a red color. The atmosphere doesn't absorb the infrared rays, so it falls on moon, and moon appears as a red color or tend to be red. Okay? When the all or whole moon enter the semi-shaded area, the moonlight turns to be faint without being eclipse. When the all moon in the semi-shaded area, in the penumbra area, there is no lunar eclipse, and this is called non-lunar eclipse. So when all moon or whole moon in the semi-shaded area, there is no lunar eclipse. Okay? And the duration of lunar eclipse may last more than 2 hours. It takes more than 2 hours. Not like solar eclipse. Can you remember in the solar eclipse, the duration of solar eclipse take about 7 minutes and 40 seconds. But lunar eclipse may last for more than 2 hours. Okay? And finally, we will compare between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Compare between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Can you do this activity with me? Yeah, we will compare. Let's go. Okay, first, solar eclipse. What about solar eclipse? It's a phenomenon occur when sun, moon, and earth on one straight line with the moon in the middle. In solar eclipse, moon in the middle. While lunar eclipse is a phenomenon occur when sun, moon, and earth on one straight line with the earth in the middle. In lunar eclipse, earth in the middle. Okay? Solar eclipse take place in the morning, while lunar eclipse take place at night. Okay? Solar eclipse don't take more than 7 minutes and a few seconds. 7 minutes and a few seconds or 40 seconds. While lunar eclipse lasts for more than 2 hours. Okay? And the solar eclipse require special precautions, special glasses, because it harms eyes, while lunar eclipse doesn't require precautions because it doesn't harm eyes. And also there are similarities between the two phenomena, between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Similarities between them, each of them represented an astronomical phenomenon. Attract people attention. People like this phenomenon, okay? And this phenomenon don't affect the life on the earth. Don't affect the life on the earth. And each of them regularly repeated and can be predicated of them, okay? So we compare between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. So in this lesson, we will learn what's meant by lunar eclipse, types of lunar eclipse. There are 2 types of lunar eclipse, total lunar eclipse and partial lunar eclipse. But solar eclipse has 3 types, which are total solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse, and annular solar eclipse. Okay? And also finally compare between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse in this table. Okay, that is all. Thank you for listening and goodbye.